Hey, everybody. Jason Burmis here with Disco Dylan Avery. Look at the way we got it set up, and it looks like you're like a lot taller than me right now.
Huh, for once.
Yeah,
usually I'm like smaller and in the background. And look, we're on the wrong sides of the screen too. This is unacceptable.
I think it's perfect because it says, you can read Red Jug Pub, the fine establishment I used to run downtown at Oneonta. Anyway, guys, I am Jason Burmis, as you know. I am joined by Dylan Avery, filmmaker. Loose Change Final Cut, The Magic Molecule.
All
recently.
loose changes, how dare you?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to go through 67 films.
Touche.
You know the haters are going to pick up on that clip. They said it 60s. There's 67 versions.
One of those is because we got sued, so you know, like...
I mean, the other thing is I still have people asking me about the Pentagon and yada, 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 and they want me to say yes or no, a plane hit the Pentagon. And this is what I always say. I say, look, there's a lot of evidence that some kind of an aerial vehicle hit that
Something
thing.
hit the Pentagon.
So,
I mean, like, nobody's denying that.
And I'm not saying, a lot of people want to tie the DNA to, Flight 77 and Khalid al-Mihdhar, and that's what ties him there. But if you look at it, that's not the only thing that ties him there. Things that also tie him there, let me see if we can just, there we go, perfect. Things that also tie him there are the fact that James Woods identifies him on Flight 11 as a pre-hijacking of 9/11.
But I don't know.
And
I guess
FBI informant stuff.
Okay, now that was confirmed, right? Not by James Woods. Like James Woods' story was confirmed by someone besides James Woods.
Oh yeah, the FBI. When you get into the Dark Overlord documents, he names two different FBI agents, and he says Seymour Hersh also confirms it. That not only he, but the stewardess and the pilot all made reports.
Because when I first heard that, I was like, yeah, okay, James Woods.
No, listen. Listen. Dad said no. Anyway, and the idea that there isn't a possibility that all the planes weren't the actual planes that hit the buildings. I mean, listen, there's video anomaly evidence out there of planes 1 and 2 that if you're not questioning what actually hit those buildings, I think that's a valid question, especially those that want to get into all sorts of crazy stuff. Look, I'm into video evidence, and there was plenty of it.
My buddy and I were talking the other day, like, can you imagine if 9/11 happened today? Like, there would probably literally be a million videos of the plane hitting the tower. A million people in Lower Manhattan just like...
You couldn't...
Well, actually, no, with their phones, so...
You couldn't... I don't think you could pull the operation off today in the same manner because everybody would have their phone from the inside. People would be streaming from the inside.
They'd be streaming from the... Yeah, they wouldn't just be recording inside.
No,
they'd be live streaming and shit.
Streaming.
Facebook Live of 9/11. Could you imagine?
I mean, all of it. I mean, Periscope, it'd be everywhere. It wouldn't... It's not the same. They hit it...
Someone would be playing Fortnite on Twitch inside the World Trade Center.
I just look at it this way. If you look at the timing of that event, the technology was there enough to scare us and then have the ability to question after the fact. And by scare us, I mean enough clips that day to keep rolling the same thing again and again and again and again and put fear. But to unravel just the physical anomalies in the eyewitness statements, it took us years. And we didn't get every one, Dylan. We didn't get every one.
I still feel like there's like a canister of film sitting in someone's drawer somewhere that has something on it, whether it's like the first plane or something, but I feel like there's just something out there.
There's going to be something that comes out, but now you can't trust anything, and that's kind of like let's get into Bagel Boss, YouTube takedown, deep fakes. We were getting into deep fakes before this, and we're going to talk the Joker, the whole thing. I'm also going to take your questions. We will take all super chats, guys.
There it is.
Yes, but I'm going to clear this up a little bit to the very top. I take them in order, so get them in now.
Loose change, D. Avery? Interesting. Yes. Yes.
Yes. He's got glasses on, folks. He looks sophisticated.
Read the screen.
Oh, there's that too. So while we're doing this, we got this screenshot, so I can actually bring this up right now. No, I'd like to download it, if that's American enough for you. So Dylan, tell us about the Bagel Boss thing, because he just had a stroke. It's very sad.
He just had a stroke, and you have to be careful calling him a Bagel Boss, because otherwise you might get a cease and desist from Bagel Boss, because apparently Chris had to stop calling himself the Bagel Boss and start referring to himself as the Angry Bagel Guy. So basically, the documentary I've talked about a couple times on here, The Professional, Stevie Blatt's story, it was directed by my buddy Dan LaBarbera. I edited it. It went to Slam Dance this year. Just one of those things that Dan was doing for fun, and I edited it for fun, and then it went to Slam Dance, and now it's on Amazon Prime. It's free for anyone who wants to watch it on Amazon Prime. It's a nice, breezy 75 minutes of a eccentric entertainer / landscaper in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. So the director of that documentary, when the bagel guy incident went down, Dan was like, yo, I want to do a documentary about this guy. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if the world's ready for 60 to 90 minutes of that guy. But basically, you know, we did some sleuthing and we checked a couple news articles, and they were like, oh, well, you know, like one of them interviewed him in the parking lot of the deli outside of which he parks his 2008 Chrysler Town Car. So, you know, this is like a week or two after. Apologies for the camera shake. My dog is large.
This is actually Karma's brother. The audience
They've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. We did that one stream together.
We did at least 2 dog walks.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least 2 sibling dog
So if
walks.
you don't know, this is Gordo. You can't see him down here, but Gordo is Karma's brother. Before we get further into the Bagel Boss and play the clip, I do want to take the super chats here. I have not.
And we will not be playing the Bagel Boss clip. We'll be playing an exclusive clip from a documentary. So just so you know, in case you're like, oh, I don't want to watch the Bagel Guy again, you won't. You will be, but different.
Yeah. No, we got exclusive stuff here. Oh, wrong one. Corbett report. So let's see. Johnny the Fox just gave us $10 for nothing. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. Thank you.
No, 10 pounds. So that's like 12, 13 bucks.
Hey! No, not really, because YouTube takes 30%. I guess it is kind of 10 bucks. Every little bit counts. Thank you for reporting from Chicago. Thank you, Monica, for the super chat.
Thanks, Monica.
So let's continue here to.
If you guys can't hear me, I don't know how my levels are, but
It seems like everybody hears you.
all right, say something.
But listen.
All right, so basically, Damon got on
Whoop,
the phone. He
whoop,
wanted to arrange the
whoop,
fight with Dicer.
what are you
can't
doing?
hear it. You can't
Spoilers.
No, you can't see it yet. You're just hearing like some background noise there.
All right.
And I got to turn up the volume here. All right, so are we ready to do this? You want to set this clip up?
Yeah, well, I was trying to, and then you had other things to do.
Big time. Yeah.
But so basically, Dan hit me up, and we did some sleuthing on the internet. So this is like a week or two after the incident happened. Dan drove. Thankfully, he doesn't live too far away. But basically, drove from across the Hudson in New Jersey, Fort Lee area, all the way through Manhattan, all the way to Bayshore, Long Island, to hopefully run into Chris. Whoa, sensitive ears over there.
I'm sorry, buddy.
No, don't worry about it. It comes and goes.
Okay.
But basically, Dan drove all the way there. Took him like 2.5 hours in traffic. Got there, spent the whole day there. Could not find the guy. Couldn't find the town car. Couldn't find Chris. Nobody knew where he was. It turned out that he was on the Jim Norton show that day. So that's why he was not able to be found. So basically, Dan's like, all right, well, whatever. I tried. And then about a couple weeks or whatever it was, then we heard about the celebrity boxing match that Bagel Guy got matched up in against Lenny Dykstra because they were beefing on the old Twitter. So Dan's like, yo, you think maybe we can get in touch with Chris through the fight promoter? And I was like, yeah, it's worth a shot. So basically he had this girl, Andrea, just message Damon on Instagram or comment or whatever, and it's just like, hey, I'm part of a documentary crew. We're trying to talk to you and try to talk to Chris. So originally it was just a way to basically go through Damon and them to get to Chris. I mean, not that we weren't interested in working with them. We were just like, Damon, can you hook us up with Chris? Mm-hmm. But then what happened is we wound up making a entire behind-the-scenes short documentary about, because, we half wanted to make it about Chris and half wanted to make it about the fight. So I think this way we were able to accomplish both. So enjoy an exclusive clip from 4'11", a 16-minute documentary about everyone's favorite bagel customer, available today, free to watch, starting today, free to watch on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's free on Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. Oh, excellent. Let's check it out.
Free $99.
So basically, Damon got on the phone. He wanted to arrange the fight with Dicer and talked about the details, the address, everything leading up to it, promos I have to do, what I would get paid, and then everything was starting to unfold from there. But how am I going to be able to hit the bag when I'm going up? Just skin it?
You have to simulate it a little bit.
So it's which way?
That
This
way?
way?
No.
Oh, it is this. Okay, you're right. So you want to do a 1, 2, 3, right?
1, 4, 3.
What is a 1, 4?
4 is the right.
So start with this or start with this?
Start with that 1.
1 and then 2. So yeah, when I was at the gym, I always wanted to be in a ring. And I finally got a chance to go in.
Great
and
shot,
cool. I was
Dylan.
shaking the ropes, bouncing off the ropes. I love the
that's
feel of being in the ring.
Now, this 12-year-old, 11-year-old has been training with me for about a year and a half.
Holy shit. He's tough.
This is free on Amazon today?
This is free on Amazon. Go check it out.
Wait, hold on.
This is awesome.
I'm
And
gonna
if you don't
puke.
have Prime, it's 99
good.
cents to rent. I mean, come on.
Shit, he's good.
What are you going to lose? 99 cents.
It looks like it's
Yeah, you getting there?
a good one for an evening. Nice little Saturday
Yeah,
night.
I bet she's tougher than
posted that on
Dykstra is.
Facebook this morning. It's like, you guys
Like the
looking so
speed
fun
thing.
to
You're
watch
very
this
good,
video.
man. I hand it to you. You're very good.
And it's 60 minutes. I mean, come on.
Yes, sure.
For a month, you would have.
Unfortunately, I was with some messed up management. So that was a thing that was out of my control, but yeah.
So this is celebrity boxing.
All right, so there it is.
So there you go, exclusive clip, 4'11". If you're not watching it after the stream on Amazon Prime, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
And now,
And it's got Chris, it's got Lenny Dykstra, it's got Screech. Old Dustin Diamond makes an appearance. Sorry. What were you gonna say?
Dustin Diamond. Well, I was just going to segue into the Loose Change second edition unlisted news that's kind of odd. But before we get into some more YouTube censorship that's kind of surprising, and, here's the email behind us, let's go to some of those questions,
Yeah, I
Dylan.
want to know what people have to say about what
Everything.
what they
Bagel
just went.
Boss.
Mostly Bagel Boss.
Mostly Bagel Boss. All right, so this might jump, guys, but remember, we take all super chats, and if I miss you, I'm sorry.
Little
But this is from the
Strolski
thing.
and Hutch.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of hey kids. Drew, what up, y'all?
What up?
Evening, guys. Deadly guys. Oh, well, that's that. I'm good for you. You know what? I don't know if that's bannable. Nay. I'm going to let that one go. Let's see where Nay went with that in the comment section, because I'll ban somebody. Nope. Still ugly. I mean, I'm kind of not the best looking guy in the world. What can I do? Big Bear just went live as well. I don't know what that means.
A pissed off Pokemon hit the Pentagon.
Oh no, JK. Okay, so I don't know what's going on there. What happened to the passengers? I would say everybody's dead. Pissed off Pokemon hit the Pentagon. Jeez, have I missed much? Just walking around. Okay, so that's gonna get you banned. I think just walking around naked and that. Do we give that person a third one? Do we see where the comedy goes?
Might as well. We got to scroll down anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean-
Okay. Oh,
Whoop!
there's the jump. Did I miss everybody? Oh, there was a super chat. They claim the planes went 500. You know what? Here's the thing. Not only the velocity of the planes, but the G-forces in that maneuver are extremely questionable, in my opinion. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah.
And not only that, the the planes that hit the Twin Towers too were going pretty fast.
Yeah, they had.
And not only that, but Flight 175's like last minute correction.
Yeah, it is very odd. Let's see. It was quite a show. What happened to the so-called phone calls from the planes? The phone calls and stuff from the planes are interesting. I know that there's that woman under an alias who said her alias got pulled. She did a evaluation of those phone calls. Have you ever heard that? She thinks it was all a drill and how they were on the wrong plane, and they talk about a second story on a plane.
Wait,
Rothstein or something like that. Rebecca Roth, I think it was, but that's not her real name. You never heard her analysis of any of it?
Huh.
Some of it was interesting, but some of it screamed of disinfo to me as well.
You'll have that.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I think the Betty Ong phone call was especially highlighted.
Flight 12.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Afternoon, folks. It was quite a show. What happened to the so-called phone calls? Evening for, yep, and a million idiots claiming fake news, trending, or repost the likes. It'd be a non-event. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about 9/11 today? I doubt it. So they have the tape, call the news, and then die. That's what we have learned. How about the Pentagon footage? That's crazy that we haven't seen any of that footage now, almost 20 years later. And to say that the Pentagon itself doesn't have cameras, come on.
Robbie Martin! What up, Robbie? Yeah!
Oh, I didn't see Robbie was in there.
Gordo is almost 13. It's crazy.
Yeah, Karma.
Karma too, man.
Yeah,
They're getting up there.
I got that. Where is it? I tried showing this. Oh, where did I put it? I tried showing it on my walk and talk because I had that invoice of Karma to make people believe, that I took my dog to the vet and she got the osteosarcoma diagnosis, but some people I'm sure doubt it. Damn it, I had it out here.
Oh, clearly it's a false flag.
Well, you know what I mean? I wanted to show people the actual piece of paper where she got the cancer diagnosis because she's doing great with that Joe Tiffin Street.
Burns has the documents.
I do have the documents. I don't know. Maybe if I catch it in here, we'll get to it.
Yeah, you get to it later.
Always good to see Robbie. Robbie's a frequent guest on the show. Robbie, we should do the next debate. There's a November debate coming up, and I lose subscribers every time I have Robbie on because he's too real. And for some reason, people just do not like when you look at the Democrats in any kind of a realistic manner. Unless you're bashing them and you're saying beta and cuck and soil on.
Dude, both political parties are full of shit.
They're awful.
I mean, it's like...
What do you think of Stone getting...
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. Have to say, while Burmis and Avery still got my loose change second edition fresh off the press. Well, thanks, Jake.
Audio is fine. Thank you, Drew Fuss.
Yes, thank you, Drew. So what platform are you going to use when YouTube takes your channel down? I'm probably going to start a Twitch soon. Dylan, you just saw that I have a new computer in there.
I did.
I showed people like the things. I got a little bit further on it, but it looks like I need a low-profile video card. There's no taking the board out and yada, 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 which is upsetting. I was hoping to put my 980 Ti in there.
Someone's offering to send us poop bags.
Well, that's fantastic. Well,
I'd take some poop bags.
thank you, America.
Gordo poops a lot. There's a lot of poop.
I'm going to start a Twitch, and look, BitChute already puts my stuff out there. I wish if BitChute had a live platform, I would also stream live to BitChute.
Give it time.
It will happen. I talked to them behind the scenes. Once that happens, I think I might transition a little bit over there. But, that's a great transition into that. We're going to come back to these. But, Dylan, why don't you tell people what happened about this email here?
Oh, so I woke up to an email the other morning from YouTube saying, your video was deleted. I'm like, I don't remember deleting anything on my YouTube channel that no one ever watches. Let's take a look. And so I get this email. And so basically for subtitling purposes, before we release the old second edition HD, because YouTube has like auto generation, and then you can upload just like a transcript of something to YouTube, and it'll settle.
I know. Yeah,
it's amazing.
Well,
it's
it's good for that kind of stuff. I used to hate to have to do it for. Luke would say that it helps the videos.
But let's say you have like a feature film that you need to do the subtitles for yourself.
Even like not even a feature film, any kind of like small doco. I agree. It is a cool tool.
Yeah. So basically, I just had it on my account for that. So it was unlisted. It was never made public. Probably 10, 20 views. And I wake up to this email.
It's a safe place for all. If your content breaks your rules, we may remove it.
No, that's what happened. I woke up and they told me that they had deleted a video off of my channel that wasn't even public.
Did you glorify or incite violence?
No.
Okay, so you didn't do that.
No.
We also
I didn't encourage hatred or towards a person or a group of people.
Listen, I've got a question for you. Do you think that we're allowed to, put a little bit of encouragement of hatred against, I don't know, psychopathic murderers? I don't know. Is that okay? Can we hate murder? Are we allowed to hate murder in this country?
Wait, that's weird, because then it says this removal has not resulted in a community guidelines strike.
No.
So they're saying that my video violated community guidelines, but it's not a strike. They're just deleting the video off of my channel, which, again, unlisted, so I don't even know how the fuck they found it.
We review educational, documentary, artistic, and scientific content
on a case by case. So, I could appeal it, but even then, it's not like it was public, so I don't really care, but it's just creepy that I can just wake up and something can just be gone from my channel that was unlisted in the first place.
And Corey currently has it still up on his.
And that's the weird thing.
And it's monetized,
I immediately
it got demonetized.
It's monetized, but basically it's
the yellow.
It's something like
it's
that.
It's the yellow, like mine.
It's reduced monetization.
You know what? This week's been all right for me, believe it or not. If I go to my dashboard, listen, they're all demonetized out of the gates. Every single one of them.
Manual review on each one.
I have to manually review each one, but if you look, I actually, which is I'm gonna bring that over for the people to see. I like to be as transparent as possible. Of course, after the first 24 hours, you get barely any views, and even monetization doesn't guarantee that it's going to be on there. But it's odd to me. Like, for instance, right now we're already demonetized.
Hey-o!
We're going to request a review, guys. You can watch it here. Everybody thinks that I'm kidding or I'm gaming the system when I say every video is demonetized out of the gates.
This one's not even out. And there's no way to even demonetize it. It's already demonetized.
Demonetized. That's why your super chats are important. And
Speaking of which, let's get through the chat. Otherwise, we're going to do the same thing we always do.
Yeah, but we're having a good time this time.
We're having a good time.
We only did it on 20 minutes.
I just want to know what the people have to say about Chris.
Well, we're gonna get into the Joker movie a lot more. Let's just look at this. So let's see. No Assad, no Epstein, but I could talk about space junk or UFOs. Snowden and my conversation with Corbett or Corbett. That got remonetized. That's interesting. Google having millions of your health data without you knowing about it. You hear about that?
That's
21
fun.
different states?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. I can do that. I can have Hill Dog on my cover.
Of course you can have the old Hill Dog.
You'd think that, but all of it gets demonetized out of the gates. Impeachment inquiry. No Epstein. Epstein, a no-go. Epstein meme story, no. Assange got remonetized. So then again, Assad interview, not allowed to cover Syria. Even though my mixed martial mindset, this week got demonetized with John Fitch. Those are record numbers for that, by the way. Thank you guys very much. And it's funny, just a walk and talk about how crappy Elon Musk is and his agenda. It actually got me a ton of subscribers, 13,000 hits, and I think got remonetized around 9,000. So, guys, here's as transparent a look into my analytics as you're ever going to get. It's interesting stuff, I guess. Maybe it's not. So, yeah, they took you down. They took you down big.
Whatever. Whatever.
All
right.
right.
Poop bags. Let's move on from poop bags.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like Jim Norton. Jim Norton once told me that he hoped a large-dicked gentleman named Ramon gave my mother AIDS on a radio show.
Classic.
On the Opie and Anthony show.
Classic.
When I was ambushed and not supposed to even be doing that show.
Yeah, because Corey called in and he was like, I'm out. Like, Burmis, you take this.
I couldn't believe it. I just showed up off the bus or something, I think. I just got in there. And I would have, had I known that he was doing the radio show, I would have taken the radio show earlier on. But they just said it was a Sirius XM show. They didn't even tell us it was Opie and Anthony.
That's how they work.
Yeah, and they handed it over, I think, like 5 or 6 minutes in, and boy, did it get ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Norton liked a lot of pedo jokes back in the way. Just back in the day, that's all I'm going to say. So let's see.
Poop bags, Jim Norton, held for review.
So Chris Lyle Ventura psyop. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Robbie Martin. He certainly did.
Mm-hmm.
That Chris Kyle punched Jesse Ventura in front of people to sell a book. Talk about disinfo. Let's see. Whoa! Watchmen. Come on now. Jason Burmis and Dylan Avery. 2-on-2 no rules fight with Jim Meggs and his partner. I don't know.
If they wouldn't agree to a second debate, they certainly will not agree to a bare-knuckled fight.
Listen, I could easily handle David Dunbar and Jim Meggs physically by myself with my left arm. I would take that bet that you could take my right. My left arm also has a pulled bicep on it that no longer works well. I would pummel both gentlemen in a physical altercation. Not that I hold that hatred. I'm just saying if we set it up in some kind of a for-profit.
Just hypothetically, if you were to throw us in a ring.
If it was pay-per-view, Dylan could hold the water bottle that I would be drinking from after I beat the snot out of both those guys. They're old. If David Dunbar's even alive. Remember the opening Anthony spent so much hating on truthers? Yeah, now the one guy has Alex Jones on.
Huh.
Holy shizzle, that was loud.
Link to it in the comments.
Oh,
the bagel thing?
Yeah, the bagel thing.
Well,
Sorry,
drop it in the comments. Or drop it in the description.
Yeah, we'll just... actually, do you have it on your Facebook?
I posted it this morning,
Yeah, so let's just get it from right there. Why don't you... we can't answer questions while we do this, though, folks.
No, apparently not.
Let's go to Disco really quickly. I sent it to someone. What? What's over here? Oh, that's fine. I don't have
Just
any.
making sure.
I don't have any crazy Facebook things. Like I'm not.
I didn't know if you wanted to
Whatever.
get rid of it
They can see that I'm talking to him and
James Ford side.
Yes, there. And
Look at that 4 5-star reviews. Amazing. The people love it.
There. I'll put it right here. And
Great. Yeah, guys. Like I said, 16 minutes, free to watch if you got a Prime account. 99 cents if you don't.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Why would you not? So I'm going to send that their way right now.
Thanks,
in
man.
a thing called technology.
Whoa.
Bum, bum, bum. Link in the comments. All right.
Just don't forget the description, too.
What's that?
You should throw it in the old description.
Oh, in the description.
That's
Let's wait because then otherwise it sets it for every single thing.
Oh, well, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I got it.
I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind?
You don't want to
4'11"? No. Guys, actually, if you do want to support me, now's the time to ask. Somebody did give a big donation today. Keeping it alive. Bagels Brigade. Listen, I want to get those computers into an office. I want interns. I want 6. By the 12th month, I'm not guaranteeing this because God knows how well we'll do financially. But by month 12, I want an office downtown. I want 2 to 3 interns. I want to be there at a set time when the interns can be there every day. So in other words, morning, because we already talked about the algorithm and how good it is the earlier you get there. So a 7 to 10 or maybe a 6 to 9 show as long as I have them and pump out as many videos as I can early on, come back to the home office, and then decide whether I want to go from there. But I could set up all the interviews over there and have more people in studio. We don't have to be right on each other's nuts. I don't know. So if you want to donate,
well, there's plenty of real estate to be had in downtown Oneonta.
And for cheap now because it's just so ragged. I hate to tell everybody, but they want heroin addicts to move here. Listen, not a joke. Not a joke. I've got
I
a
can
new
back
number.
This is true.
Listen, got a number today. A new number. I've got a couple phones running these days, but I get the discount plans, $20 a month for this new number, and I get a text. Now I'd already gotten a phone call for Jess. Now for Jessica, I get this text about Suboxone. And they want to move.
Not just Suboxone, but like you left your car registration behind, and like, oh, if you get pulled over, you're gonna need this. So speaking of getting pulled over, would you like your Suboxone back?
Lots of just red flaggery, just awful stuff. Okay, Prince Andrew is it seems that way. It sure does seem that way. He just did that interview. Oh,
careful.
He just did that interview. Josh Freeman, thank you so much for the super chat.
Random question to be answered. Yes, that is the Robbie Martin that's in the chat.
Yes, it is. What were we just talking about?
The right about there, the bare knuckle match with Popular Mechanics guys.
Yeah,
link in the comment description. So there you go. So
yeah, but I mean, I was just ranting about something.
Bagel Boss versus who somewhere.
Please drop the comment. Versus Demetrius Johnson. Yeah, Demetrius would look at him wrong. It'd be over. Curbing your dog is an important part of dog ownership. Yeah, no kidding, Rusty Chambers. I take care of so that's the poop bag guy? Yeah.
I think that was a response to poop bag guy.
Because that's one of the reasons I have that backpack on the walks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the little dispensers you can put on the leash, and you just...
Yeah, if I can get it in the tree line, in the woods, that's a different story. But if it's in the park, yeah. Let's see, National Troll Day. I think. Oh, there's plenty of trolls out
Every
there.
day is National Troll Day. It's the internet.
Yeah. I put up with most of it except for when it gets real bad. What planes? Oh, jeez.
He may not mean
okay, I'll put pants on, Jason. Okay. Like, who is this? 9 Osterinen. Okay. Remote piloting.
Johnny Nonsense. What a great username for someone that would come onto your channel.
I don't have time to watch this stuff. I spend all my time looking at attractive prostitutes to make
CRISPR
babies with grandchildren that are the gods of Mars.
Points for the CRISPR reference. Not everyone knows what CRISPR is.
I think this could be a good parody account, this Johnny Nonsense.
I think so, too.
He needs to have a good face profile, though, I think. Like 100% nonsense like that, too. Kind of like the bum fights guy. United 93, only plane crash to leave no debris. Show us more than 3 frames of nothing for the Pentagon. Some people did something. Epstein didn't kill himself.
NIST report 100% accurate. I can't tell if you're trolling or if you're being serious.
I mean, which NIST report? Which one? Because there's several.
Does not specify.
Yeah.
Because we haven't even talked about Building 7 yet.
Yeah, or we haven't talked about deepfakes. This one's going well. Who knows? We might go more than an hour. Maybe we'll get bored with you.
I don't care. I just want to get through the chat for once.
Yeah, we're not going to get through the chat.
Then let's get to some Bagel Boss comments. Come on.
Let's keep going. I mean, we're going to get back into conversations, but let's
we got to talk about Joker. We got to talk about deepfakes.
Exactly. We got to
talk about Building 7. I mean, come
on. She looks to be going good to me. Someone had to take over the Epstein Ranch. Yeah, no, it still hasn't been raided. Jason, you're my hero. We don't do heroes here. We hashtag be your own hero. Because we were talking about this on the way in. We're old. I mean, that's why this is the gray AMA. I didn't do my hair. I mean, this is it. By the numbers, our lives are half over, if not more. I'd love to be a gravy train with biscuit wheels, 117 years young when I pass. But what are the chances, I mean, I got people dropping, dude, rest in peace, Don Mitchell. But Don, 29 years old, and, just, you never know. You don't know. You just don't know. I know, Gordo.
Not happening.
I know. Besides the documentary, who else do you remember for 9/11 videos to check out? James Corbett. James Corbett's done just a...
It depends on what, are you looking for, a documentary that's,
Well, if you're talking videos, I would say that Corbett has broken them down into 20 to 40-minute bits on relevant information, the suspects, the war games, the Israeli role.
Oh, you know who's really good? There's 2. Jeremy Reese, alien scientist? But he's got 2 40-minute long documentaries which are really good.
Who? Jeremy Reese?
Mm-hmm. RYS.
RYS? Right. Oh, I guess
I think it's Reese. I don't know. But it's Alien Scientist on YouTube, and there's one which is basically an extrapolation of Kevin Ryan's Another 19. But it's basically just people and connections, and it's just there's no speculation, there's no bullshit. It's just this person's connected to this, and then this person would have an interest. It's just...
Okay.
Alien Scientist on YouTube. He's got 2 40-minute long docs about 9/11 that are great.
So Robbie Martin is confirming that we will be doing the live AMA debate together on the next Dem debate. Oh no, I didn't know that. Sorry, Jason. What were we talking about?
Who knows?
Oh yeah, no, Robbie, you're a legend. Yes, the Martin brother and sister combo are legend. I need to watch Gaza Fight for Freedom. That's my next movie. Maybe I'll snuggle up. It's fun. I want to be able to go to sleep at night though. DLive is cool. I guess I have a DLive account. Barely post there. You have a channel, Robbie? Yes, he does. A very heavy agenda, I think, is his channel. But if you type that in, or Robbie Martin, you'll find it. He also has Media Roots with his sister. I know they're doing podcasts and
And you know, there's also the Fluorescent Gray.
The Fluorescent
his music.
Gray. Yes.
Don't forget that.
Well, that's also Fluorescent Gray is his Twitter handle as well. He has got quite the Twitter.
Okay.
He's got quite the Twitter. Let's see. Testing out stickers. Yes, the stickers are real now. We did it. LOL. You said. I don't know what that means. Did you read the user agreement?
Probably referring to the takedown.
I wonder if the kids are gone. I just heard my niece saying, "Mommy." She may have gotten out early. Yes, she did. Oh, look at that. Be home soon. Hey, I got rid of the kids.
All right. Oh, it's time to party.
Must be dead at Brooks. Man, usually not.
You know, well, actually, no, it's a Saturday.
See, that's why this is good. You know, I didn't hear anything. The phone didn't go
Oh,
off.
I got a text.
Oh, wait, no, the kids aren't just running downstairs to be with the ice cream man. You know, like, it's good to know.
And if they were, I mean, you know.
No, we take care of our children. Okay. What channel is Dylan's? Is it not I Am Dylan Avery?
It's I Am Dylan Avery.
All right, let's take a break. Remember, we'll take all super chats. We're going to come back. We're doing this in order. No rush. There's no 60-minute cap now. I mean, the kids are gone, too. It's not like I'd even feel bad that it was a little over 60.
So are we talking about Joker now?
We can go Joker, we can go deep fake, because I'm kind of like, I want to get into the deep fake conversation with you really quick, because I'm looking to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's been used mostly with Hollywood stars now, but I think it's going to be a tool for Jason Burmis to make some political points.
Ooh.
Oh! Or maybe about some proper 12 whiskey where you punch a man in the face and then you give a lady an Irish handshake, which also equivalent to a violent beating and rape, Conor McGregor
I was
style.
going to say, this is going in Conor McGregor style. isn't it?
Exactly.
You know?
So, like, if I can get something that's funny of him, you know, I'm already forced to watch those shitty whiskey commercials, Dylan. Well, if I can do a little deep fakery and bring some attention going, oh, I can't believe Conor said that, and then at the very end, you know, it's a deep fake. We let the people know.
If you could be deep faked into any one movie, what would it be?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber?
Hands down. I would be
You could
Lloyd
fit Jim
Christmas.
Carrey's face out. Oh, you want to be Lloyd? Yeah, Lloyd, yeah.
No,
Jim
no,
Carrey.
yeah, 100%. If I'm not Lloyd Christmas, then who am I?
Okay, so stay tuned, audience. The next time I come back here, I'm going to have a deep fake of Burmis and Dumb and Dumber.
If you get we landed on the moon scene, that's what I want.
That's what you want?
Oh, dude, I want bartender, and then at the very end, like him grab the guy. I mean, there's a lot of perfect scenes in that.
Dude, I have...
But if you have me walking up to the thing going, no way, and then turning around.
See, the tricky thing is when
there's motion.
When people, not even motion, but like once you pass 90 degrees and it starts to like bend back around, the algorithm gets confused and it doesn't know what to do. But I can do like some crossfades and...
Yeah, I'm sure you could you wouldn't even have to do the whole scene. That'd be hilarious. Just
you? We landed on the moon?
We landed on the moon! Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's gotta be after, he grabs the fucking guy by the
Because,
thing.
I only have, like, thousands of hours of video of you to draw from.
Well, not only that, that's the other thing about this whole deepfake thing, right? Most people are on their Snapchat, so there's already going to be that video available.
And there's,
on
like,
Facebook.
Deepface app and...
But then there's people like me that are fucking on camera, like, hours a day.
That's what I'm saying.
A day. I mean, listen, that's what people say.
I have like every human emotion possible to play with all of your videos.
Yeah.
Like any face that Jim Carrey is gonna make in that scene, you've already made it. So the algorithm.
I've been told I have an expressive mug, to say the least.
Well, and so does Jim Carrey. So I
Yeah.
think it's perfect that you can be Lloyd Christmas. So
I think so, too.
I'm coming back with a deep fake, guys. Jason Burmis in Dumb and Dumber. It's gonna fucking
Dude,
happen.
it'd be pretty funny if you put us both in the tuxedo scene at the bar.
I don't dare.
You'd have to shave your face a little bit, or you'd have to use old Dylan Avery.
That would be even weirder.
Kind of.
Well, because that's the thing. Like I know, like basically, because I even thought about doing one for my buddy Dan for like his birthday or something. I was like, yeah, what's one movie you want to be in? So I basically, because I have like no footage of him, and he doesn't have like a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I would have to like light him really good, set up a tripod shot,
And just have him talk for an
Well,
hour.
not talk, but I'd have to have him go, like, turn his head all the way to the right, look up, look down, smile, frown, and then do that, like, at, like, 45-degree intervals, and then maybe face the camera and just, like, say, you know, like, just talk gibberish.
And every motion you could think of, raise the eyebrows. Lift
Yeah, so that's, like, you need 180 degrees of facial...
Karma is not happy that she's not in here.
Bring her in.
What? Wait, what's that going on?
What's going on?
I hear them running around. Huh.
So my current deepfake is I'm going to try and put Mark Zuckerberg into the scene from The Social Network, where Andrew Garfield runs up and, you scumbag! That's actually cooking at home right now.
Okay.
So depending on how that one goes, depending on if I conk out on it early or not, my next project will be putting you into Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, wow. No rush. No rush for the greatness that
Well, I
is.
know. I get a couple thousand iterations overnight if I'm lucky. I mean...
What's that mean?
So basically, okay, because we did want to talk about this. So the main program that I'm using and that pretty much everyone is using is called Deep Face Lab. And
It's free?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay.
Yeah, and it runs on Windows and it can tap into your GPUs, all 8. Like if you have 8 cores, it'll use all 8 cores. But it's on GitHub and there's pre-built binaries you can use.
Okay.
So basically, you have data destination and data source. Those actually should be in reverse because basically data source is the face that you want to take and data destination is the face that you want to replace.
Okay.
So basically when you download this this repository or you download the software, you get like 20 different batch files and they're all in steps, and then you have a manual which of course was translated from Russian, so there's some hilarious spelling in there, but basically it breaks it all down. So first, if you already have a previous deepfake, number one, clear your workspace. It'll get rid of everything you did previously. The first thing you have to do is you have to extract the faces out of both videos. And now the thing with that is obviously it takes a while because it does a first pass, a second pass, and then the third pass is when it actually shoots out, and it'll shoot out like hundreds to thousands of these little squares of people's faces. Then you have a couple different options of batch files to take both of those sets of images, and you can sort them by histogram, sort them by dissimilar histograms, search them by blur.
And histogram is, by the way, for people, that's going to be like the color of everybody's face. And for the blur, he's going to talk about the blur. You notice, like, for instance, even with this camera, we have it on such a weird angle that when I'm up here, I'm a little bit more blurred out and you're more in focus. Also because the lens is here and I'm out there. So what he's talking about is basically you're looking for the crispest, most color relevant images that's probably going to do the best in those algorithms.
That, and also you can clean it because it doesn't just take one face. It'll take every single face that is in the shot. So like, let's say for example, the Dumb and Dumber bar scene, there's probably going to be a lot of false positives of all the other people that are surrounding
It's kind
Jim
of a
Carrey.
close-up, so I think it's just him and the bartender for most of it.
It could be. But
Until he walks out. And then
there's
it's
probably
back
going to be a
that.
wide shot. But
Yeah.
basically, like if there's more than one person in the shot that you're trying to model after one person, you then, hey, Gordo, come on. Not in the middle of the stream, buddy. Come on. We're
It's
kind
all
of
right.
we're kind of almost done.
know.
You're not in trouble. You're just, needy. So yeah, so then that's what the sorting ones are really good for, because like histogram, it'll basically like choose mostly similar faces. Blur, basically if there's a whole bunch of faces that are like blurred out from depth of field in the background, just nix all those. Because you click that batch file and it'll open up like an image viewer and you can view all the thumbnails and such. So basically you have like a series of steps, and then eventually you get to the training, which is where I brought up the iterations, because basically it's machine learning. It's just basically just processing the same thing over and over and over, and you'll see it like it'll start to match faces. Like first, basically you'll have 2 columns. The first column is from your data source, and then the second column is your data destination, and then over next to it, you'll start to see like blobs kind of appear, and it'll slowly start to like figure out what the faces look like, and eventually all the faces will just, the predicted faces will eventually, they'll start off just looking straightforward, but then eventually like they'll
How many
start
days does something like this take
Well,
for like a
that's-
30-second clip?
That's the thing, is you also have different levels, different tweaks, because you can either do like a 64 pixel resolution, 128, and go all the way up to 256. And that's what I was saying about iterations. Like depending on the settings, like typically because I normally just run it overnight because I got to edit during the day.
Sure.
I'll only get like maybe a couple thousand iterations overnight, and technically for like a really good, really convincing deepfake, you need about 100,000.
Wow.
So you need a dedicated, really powerful machine that can basically just crank through this.
You need one of the
24/7.
1080 Ti or
Probably.
like
Because you can use multiple GPUs and you can use multiple CPUs too.
Okay.
So
you can put it on a render farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically, and I think that's how some people are doing it. They're either using
I would imagine.
They're using
you know what?
like
You could
either-
get old Macs and put the 32 gigs of the ECC RAM and just have them running in the background in this render farms.
Yeah.
And those are a few $100 now. I mean, it takes up a lot of space.
Takes up a lot of space. So, and I think some people are using like cloud computing solutions and stuff like that. But I mean, even for me, just running it overnight, like I got to like 40,000 on my Justice League one before I just called it quits. It kept stalling
Who's
out.
in Justice League?
I put the mustache back on Henry Cavill, just for the opening shot. You can bring it up. You can bring it up if you want. It's on YouTube.
We'll wait.
We'll wait on that.
We'll wait on that. I love it. We did it. We did it. We got the mustache back on Cavill. He's not Superman anymore.
I had to. Well, it's great because he gave like a bunch of interviews either during the reshoots or for Mission Impossible Fallout. So I have like perfect mustache Henry Cavill to put back on his face.
Wow. Excellent.
It was fun. But now I have my next project.
I guess you do. All right. Let's continue through.
All right. Are we past deepfakes? Let's talk about Joker.
Let's go chats. Yeah, we chats because
chats.
otherwise we'll be way too far. What channel is Dylan's? I am Dylan Avery.
Weird.
His Building 7 claims no, because he's attacked me endlessly over the years. Channel is called A Very Heavy Agenda. Yes, it is. Killery is a psycho killer on the YouTube, but they took away all monetization. Yeah, did they really take over your whole channel? Like, that's the thing. Look, I'm not a genius, all right? I'm not hateful. I'm not part of any group. I don't have any slogans for you. I'm not telling you to kill anybody, hurt anybody physically. Can't we have a conversation, you two? Not everybody that works there can hate me, right?
Not everybody. Maybe most of them.
Oh, yeah. I'd say, listen, I've got a very punchable face. That's not new. That's not new. We both know that's not new.
Everyone has a punchable face if people hate them enough. Like,
look,
I just want to punch that guy in the face.
I've had people literally walk up to me in the street not knowing who I am and wanting to hit me. It's happened. Yeah. I mean...
Around here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Angry bar crowd?
I don't know. I remember the one time I was with James, and it was on the street. It was after I'd just gotten back from Texas. And the guy came up to me with his friends several times. I didn't know who he was. Maybe he had me rung up for somebody else, but I was actually in pretty decent shape. I went from I was at the biggest I was like 237 when I came back from Texas. And I was
living in Texas will do that.
Yeah, living with Alex Jones at Fleming Steakhouse all the time and like P.F. Chang's.
Oh, man.
You'd be eating too much.
The first time I ever met Alex, we went to, it might have even been there because I got a chicken fried steak for the first time in my life. I was like, so this is what Texas is like.
Yeah, that's Texas.
It was delicious. I got an amusing anecdote out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. All right, let's keep going.
Who is this dude with Burmese today? Never heard of him.
Where's that?
It's
the Watchman Livingstone. I watch a lot of Corbett and Burmese.
Thanks, Robbie. See, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. He's none other than the creator of Loose Chains. One of Jason's original teammates. Oh,
He narrated Loose Change as well. Well,
No, I didn't. You did.
No, that's
yeah.
Robbie's.
Yeah.
Or no, Ryan.
Disco.
Ryan.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Heiko.
I never watched it. Oh, sorry, repeating. What's there to listen? What is there to address? I've been attacked by the man. Any kind of legitimate conversations or questions about anything, including what did we talk about? We talked about Flight 77 earlier. I'm not exactly sure what your specific Building 7 comments are. I mean, I think that our position on Building 7 is pretty clear. Didn't fall from fire.
It's like there's not really much to argue there. We all saw what happened.
You know what? That's a good segue to what you're doing right now with Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth. Why don't you tell them?
Yep, I'm sure maybe some of you have gotten an email or at least a notification that I am partnering with Architects and Engineers to make a short documentary about their University of Fairbanks, Alaska study about Building 7, culminating about 4 years.
When you say short, though, you probably mean like the 50 to 60 minute range, right?
We'll see. Maybe 20 to 30.
Really?
I mean, because it's specifically focused on the study. So, I mean, we've got to interview Leroy, we've got to interview Roland, a couple other people that worked on it. We're working on trying to find a witness of some kind because, all the actual witnesses that we can find.
Try to get Hess?
Oh, that's not going to happen.
Well, you know what?
That's not going to happen.
I don't think so either, but you never know. Maybe Giuliani rubbed him the wrong way in a Trump incident.
I don't know. No, I mean, but that's the thing is Michael Hess wasn't there when it collapsed.
No.
He had already fucked
He was
up.
in.
He
The
was
building.
in, but I want someone who was like there to actually watch it.
Did you
collapse.
notice on that archive, the NIST archive, that one shot of it, all the audio cuts right before the thing goes down?
Which clip?
It's in. Hold on, I'll bring it.
I
up.
don't doubt it. I'm just curious which one you're talking
Oh, did all my favorites go away? No, they're right here. Okay.
about. Gordo, what are you doing?
On the enhanced, you got to go here, dude. If you're not here, you got to go here. So
Enhanced WTC videos.
dude, it's great because he has it at 60 frames a second. He gets a nice saturation frame rate. They're all progressive. If you've never been here, it's actually
How
pretty.
are they 60? Broadcast
Well,
30.
exactly. He took the broadcast, he doubled them over. Like that's the only like he did a good job. It's
Okay.
not doctoring them.
Okay.
I would say enhancing them for people like me. For
Okay.
instance, remember my obsession with those birds underneath? I'll tell you what. I went there to that shot, and they're clear. They're the highest definition, the highest frame rate. They're not doubled over.
Boy,
It's
I
3.
remember 2002 9/11 Truth, where you saw a really shitty low resolution video with a bird flying in front of it, and you're like, was that a fighter jet? Because like we just had so little to go off of back
So
then.
little, but if you look, I
Definitely.
mean, you
birds.
got the nice back of
Disclaimer: they're obviously birds. We know that now.
this would be yes. But again, when you had like a 240p,
That's what I'm saying, and it's like incredibly compressed to even make it onto the internet in the first place. And you're like, what is that vague blur going across
And
the
then
screen?
later on, when you do get not high res but the 480i stuff,
Yeah.
you clearly see that there is that white plane not only on the camera planet footage, but in the shot as the second plane goes in on 5 different videos.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a plane there. That's the other thing, guys. Like forget about the fighter jets. There's no doubt, I think you'd be foolish to think it's not an E4B. Obviously, since you have the E4B at the Pentagon site.
Well, I was gonna say they had one over DC, so they might have had another one over New York.
Yeah, just so where the attacks were, we had doomsday planes with
Just
shadow
up in the
government
air,
figures.
just ready to go.
There we
Global
go.
Guardians just cranking along.
Cranking along. But I think it's this one up here. Any of the ones you've seen in red, I've
That
actually
shit
looked
is
through.
so weird.
But
Like,
yeah, no, like they
out
cut
of
the
all-
audio out. A
like-
lot of them, like before the building goes down.
just the fact that they had 3 E4Bs in the sky when 9/11 happened, as taking part in a massive war game, like.
And that's the other thing. We can sit here, and I do sit here, and I talk about the Saudi involvement. And I talk about the Israeli involvement. And I talk about the Pakistani
But the
involvement.
Saudis and the Israelis and the Pakistanis weren't flying fucking E4Bs over the nation's capital when everything was going
No,
down.
they weren't. And you know what? It's funny because now that they did that "Angel is Next" propaganda, and I watched that. Listen, nobody in there. They were talking about it being an inside job that day, and I think that for the majority of it,
Didn't that get like scrubbed too? Like they were like, "Oh, Angel is next." No, that never happened.
yeah, no. At the end, they say it was all a miscommunication. And they don't explain it. And but then I go through the documentation of the phone calls, and the majority of it's unredacted. And you see the confusion points or whatever. But once again, man, that Angel is Next on a secure line is no accident to me. That's obfuscation. And then them saying as they were going down the runway, they thought somebody was going to shoot them with a high-powered rifle.
The Jackmans interviewed Ari Fleischer, and I feel like they asked him about that.
Yeah. Well,
Yo, Jackmans, if you're tuning in, pipe up.
Well, Fleischer, he's another mouthpiece now for Fox News. And you see him everywhere. And he actually gave an interview for the Angel is Next thing. And, Fleischer knows. He knew about the Israelis that got taken down. It's in my film Fabled Enemies, Him and Colin Powell got asked about him. I'd refer you to the Department of Justice. I'd refer you to the Department of Justice.
That's all I'm going to say. No comment.
No comment.
This interview is over.
So when Burma's teamed up and changed the world, Prince Andrew, okay, again, thank you so much for that. I've watched a lot of 9/11 stuff, so I never knew this guy. Now I feel, wow, that's weird.
That's fine. Don't be
Yeah,
so hard on yourself.
You're probably newer. We've been in the game. That movie's 14 years old, right? 2005 is the second edition?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're old.
November 18th, 2005.
Yeah, I mean, we're literally 2 days away from 14 years ago, well over a decade.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no kidding. I mean, dude, even the final cut of 2007, I think that was also in November.
December.
Was it in December? Really? Sure it wasn't the last week of November? Was it December 1st or something?
It was
like
like
that?
early December, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 12 years ago. It's like well over a decade ago. Like I said, we're dying. We're not going to make it. Time goes on.
That's one way to say you're getting old. We're dying!
We're dying!
We're all dying, in the Sylvia Plath sort of way. We're all dying, but you're not dying the way.
That's the jump right there.
What was her
That's
name?
the jump ski. Who's that?
The cancer patient in Fight Club. Why am I spacing on
Oh, Marla, who's not
No,
real.
not Marla. No.
Oh,
Chloe.
the other one.
Chloe.
Yeah.
You're not dying the way Chloe in there is dying. So what's your point? So you're a tourist. Okay, I've seen you. I've seen you at tuberculosis. I've seen you at testicular cancer.
Uh-huh.
I'm just waiting for you to catch up on the comments.
Oh, here we're back.
Just filling time
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Why were
Have you-
deepfakes?
Have you been to jackdurden.net?
No.
You need to, because
Really?
he does a great job just showing you that Marla's not real, Bob's not real, it's all not real.
Oh God.
Well, that'll be a good segue into the Joker, because I think the Joker stole a lot of that disassociation. Obviously, as soon as I saw him kiss that girl, I knew that was fake. Like,
Well, and we're kind of jumping ahead here, but like, I wish they hadn't included the flashbacks. Because, like, as soon as he went in and sat down in her apartment and she's
I don't
like...
think people are smart enough to get it without that.
Tough shit.
Oh.
You know, tough shit. Like, something should be, like, not... The audience should not be handled.
Well, I think they did that by the fact that I don't think any of it was real.
Well, I know, but the fact that they went to the trouble of shooting alternate takes of every one of those scenes where she wasn't there, and then... Because as soon as she said that to him, she's like, aren't you the guy from down the hall, and should I bring you back to your mother? Like, right there, I was like, oh, okay. Flashbacks for me was just like, all right, we got it.
Comedy
We got
club, all the reinforcement on the pole when he looks at the news. I don't think any of it was real. I think the vast majority of that film was fake or made you to question whether it was. But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We're jumping ahead.
Yes, we are. Let's see. Why were deep fakes invented? Listen, technology's there. It's not even so much that it was
fun.
invented.
You know,
Not only fun, but I mean, look at what technology is. They've been mapping that kind of stuff forever. This is just a new technology that takes a lot of the work out of it. Yeah. I mean, look now. They have thumbnail creators. I don't use them because I like a little crisper of a look. You know what I mean? But the thumbnail creators do a decent job of just pulling images, stuff that you would have had to work for in Photoshop no matter what 10 years ago.
It's like, here's 3 frames that we think you might want to use.
Yeah. Or even then, I'm talking about like was it gimbal or whatever? Not gimbal. There's actual programs that like you just put a picture there and it'll isolate the people and then it'll put the white thing around and put a background in. You know, I like a little slicker. Fox News are all comedians from Opie and Anthony. They kind of are. They kind of are, Robbie. Big day in France today. Yes, the 1-year anniversary of the white helmets.
Yellow jacket.
Well, if he claims that the building 7 fell from fires, he would be wrong. How did you meet John Fitch? I met John just through his show. He started following We Are Change on Twitter or something like that. And I saw that he was doing the shake breaks, so I just kind of broke into the shake breaks, and we went back and forth. And in his shake break days now, he's got a nice studio now, and he's starting to use Streamlabs, so he's improving. I was trying to get him to use XSplit, so I said, "Hey, John, let's up the production value a little bit of this." And so I did like a little private thing where I showed him that, and he was nice enough to give me tickets over to the MSG. And after that, I was just like, you know what, John? I don't know why we're not doing a podcast together once a week. He's trying to break more into the internet and talk show world. And I'm not the best, but I'm not the worst, and I'm pretty knowledgeable about MMA and other subjects. So we're doing it once a week. Mixed Martial Mindset, and you get the audio podcast over at thegruelingtruth.com. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I can't believe. Why are we still talking about
A whole bunch of people talking about Ryan
Not
Dawson.
a whole bunch. It's 2 people. If it's not
Well,
even the same person.
it goes for a bit.
Oh, I mean, is that what we're getting to? Where's Maxwell at the moment? I don't know where. Ghislaine Maxwell? No.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine is how you say it. It's the European. It's Ghislaine, I've heard, but it's Ghislaine.
Ghislaine. Kind of awkward that a woman named Ghislaine is tied to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, I mean...
Demonetized.
The reports are that she's in Brazil, right? That's the whole thing.
Oh yeah, someone supposedly spotted her. Oh, there was some article.
Her and Jean-Luc Brunel are supposedly there.
There was another article because someone remember Rockstar that worked for us for a bit.
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah, old Johnny Rockstar. He's been posting like 10 Epstein didn't kill himself memes a day. And then, I posted the Disney Plus one on his wall, and we started talking.
Oh, you and your memes. You know how I feel
I'm normally
memes.
not, but I mean, I saw that.
Asshole!
I saw that, and I was like, if I'm going to post this on anyone's wall, it's going to be Rockstars. And I was like, yo, man, have you gotten Disney Plus yet? And it's, Epstein killed himself and all the titles. But he was asking something about however the fuck you pronounce her name. And I just did a news search, and someone, apparently she helped threaten someone that was going to come out. I don't know. Something about a threat. I don't know.
Anyway, David Mox says, have you seen the Float app? I don't know what that is.
Nope.
No idea.
Nope.
I don't think Burmis is in the business of bashing other truthers, even if he thinks they suck. I don't do that. And every once in a while, I have to comment on Alex Jones one way or the other because he's Alex Jones at this point. You know, when you're that big. I comment on other big names in media. Even when people attack me, I kind of keep their names out of my mouth. It's why is it worth it? You know what I mean? I'm doing my own thing. You know, I'm trying to reach out and
drama ain't worth it.
Nah, I ain't got no baby mama drama. Even if some of Dawson's research is solid, he's burned a lot of bridges by attacking almost everybody in the scene.
Well, what else is new?
Everybody wants to attack. They want to be on a ravenous adventure of attack. Seems like OKC bombing, World Trade Center, Pentagon, financial sector. Seems like a big paper dump. I agree.
Possibly.
Thanks up, y'all. Oh, Jordan Maxwell, he's been on Leo Zagami's live within the last few months or so. Has he? Still kicking around, is he? I'm not a big Zagami guy. I think it's easier to mass shred stuff than relying on building explosion to do it. I agree, but at the same time...
There had to have been something in there.
I would say this. What if, especially in the 90s, you're not just talking about...
Robbie Martin. Jeremy's vids are good.
Okay.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Jeremy Rice.
Yeah.
Let's look at it this way. Yes, a paper shredder. Sure. But there is a thing called offline storage and computers and files. Now, this is kind of like the problem with Snowden. Snowden got a lot of great information, but when he looked into 9/11, aliens, and supposedly geoengineering, he found nothing. Now, who's to say that, all right, maybe it's not just rooms with drawers and photocopies, that those things have been digitized, but not even on a local network, on a non-network. A computer that doesn't even have an Ethernet port. Be pretty easy to do.
There's a word for that.
You know what I'm talking about? Something that's not on a network. So let's say they were keeping that type of information in storage in the buildings. In the SEC, at the CIA, I don't know, at the Secret Service. Those type of sensitive materials that could never be breached by anybody that didn't have a physical password to those machines or be able to get into a room with a biometric scan. All that stuff was available in the late 90s. That would be a good way to at least destroy, in theory, some of those hard drives. Of course, we know that some of those hard drives that were found in World Trade Center 1 and 2 pointed to insider trading, and they did recover information.
Yep.
So, again, you have to ask yourself.
Convar World Trade Center hard drives, look it up.
But
and again, like... that's,
from within the buildings, there was insider trading going on hours before the attacks.
That is something that can be proven. It has been commented on by experts. Convar has said multiple times, it's like... because someone did a follow-up with Convar, and they were like, yeah, you know, you initially said that the initial investigation suggested insider trading. What are your thoughts on it now? And he's like... I would refer you to that original article, is basically what he said. Yeah. And it's like, fucking...
Please stop talking to me!
Basically. So again, like...
I survived!
You can talk about conspiracy theorists, and you can talk about, like, what hit the Pentagon, but the fact is, like, simple shit like that. Like, hey, who made millions of dollars off of insider trading on 9/11? Oh, we don't know. There's just no way of knowing.
I don't know, David.
What the fuck? Like... It's not cool, man.
No, it's not, Brian.
Just like, oh, you're just a bunch of conspiracy theorists. Like, no, man. Like, this is real shit that happened that we never got answers to.
Yes, agreed.
Millions of dollars were made off of 9/11, and we have no idea who. Whatever.
Let's see. There would be, Jeremy's vids are good. I was just saying they were laying down crazy internet infrastructure, not only papers, but computers, servers, and sorts. Oh, we got a sticker. Let's hit that sticker first. We'll get back. Flick off! Thank you so much. The $50.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wappa-doo.
Jeez.
Oh, look at that. Hey, and there's a hippo. Yeah, that's right. Let it rain, hippo. Let it rain.
I don't know how I feel about this.
You haven't seen these yet?
No.
Oh, that's your first timer.
Why do they not come with a wacky sound effect, too?
I'm kind of surprised they don't.
Or maybe you're muted.
You know what the thing is? I think that...
If you're streaming, like, you don't want to have just, like, random
sound effects. And they have that, like, in a lot of the plugins. You know, I do everything pretty base. I don't, I actually screenshot that. I like to be able to do it. The plugins are cool, but, like, I feel like those are, like fancy cheese shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're actually streaming video games and whatnot. And we're going to get into the Joker in a minute, but I want to keep going with this. Infrastructure. I'm not saying it wasn't a mass distraction. You want to destroy a ton of paper, blah, blah, blah. Also, the occult implications. I've talked about the occult ad nauseum. Have either of you read Trigger? No, the new...
No, he's talking about something else.
The Trigger, agree? Yeah, no, he's not.
Oh, I thought you thought he was talking about...
The Trigger's the new David Icke book.
I thought you meant the President's Son's book where he...
No, that is Triggered.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't know if maybe there was a miscommunication or something.
Sabetian...
Triggered, also known as
Conspiracy,
Daddy Please Love Me, the book.
I saw that. Oh, listen.
What?
Give him a break.
No,
Don Jr. You're
I'm
gonna
not
give
giving him a break.
Don Jr.
I'm not giving him a break.
Could you just give Don Jr. a wee bit of a break?
It's not happening.
I'm going to give him a break.
It's not happening.
I don't hate Don Jr.
I can't hate a person I've never met, but just like that whole family, man.
No, I feel bad, dude. Listen, first of all, what I do know is that no one in there is raping children.
That we know of.
I don't think so. Listen, are they perfect? No. Is Jared Kushner bad? Oh, he's bad. He's bad. But Eric and Don Jr., I don't hate them.
Again, it's not that I hate them, but it's...
You know that Trump's got to have 20 other kids friggin' rolling around, that aren't accounted for, that are
poor
signed
Barron,
off on.
What's Barron going to grow up into?
I feel like Barron's going to be...
he's going to be the rebel. He's going to just completely distance from the family. And
know. I guess we got to see where Trump politics goes from here. I think he wins 2020. No one's voting for fucking Grandma Oatmeal. No one's...
Who's Grandma Oatmeal?
Fucking
Elizabeth Warren?
Of course it is.
Okay.
You do it without me saying it, right? Because,
just making sure.
I mean, who else would be Grandma
I can't
Oatmeal?
keep track. That's the thing.
I'm calling her Grandma Oatmeal.
Okay.
No one else has.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, well, that's why.
I mean, come on, man.
All right.
Are you voting for a fucking 60-plus-year-old woman that has no touch with reality, that can't, verbally spar with anybody,
Well, the
that has
counter
no
argument
good
to that
ideas?
is that Bernie Sanders is 76, or however old he is.
Yeah, but he's not going to win either. And you know what? The only person that could win, that could beat Trump, is Tulsi Gabbard, and they don't want her. They're going to end up running Hill Dog. Hill Dog's running. She's running. I really feel it. Listen, I wasn't on that train a month ago, but Bloomberg's not going to win. They can't sell you Kamala fucking Lyon Harris, Cory Booker. No, none of them. Pete Bootlicker's not electable.
What about Joe Biden?
Listen, Joey B. is not... I mean, Joey B might drop dead before the election happens. He looks like he's falling apart at a rapid pace.
When his fucking eye was bleeding, and it was some appearance somewhere. He had a bloodshot eye.
Well, he says the Trump family have proven themselves to be Israel first traitors. Disagree? No. First of all, I don't know that they're traitors because they openly said that they were going to do it.
Every president supports Israel. It's just what
Jimmy
they do.
Jimmy Carter was the one guy to really speak out, at least after the fact, with peace, not apartheid.
Yeah, I guess.
And I point out that because Jimmy Carter is kind of beloved. But let me get back to Trump was not shy on the way in, saying he was going to do everything he could for Israel. Everybody knew that Kushner and Ivanka were married. I don't think that Don Jr. and Eric invoke it as much. But when I see somebody like the CIA director there, the ex-CIA director, Secretary of State Pompeo at AIPAC saying, if you're, anti-Zionist, that means you're anti-Semitic. What the fuck are you talking about? First of all, at this point, Zionism is kind of solidified in the creation of Israel. When I talk about Zionist policy, I almost liken it to the neoliberal, neocon policy of never-ending war and aggression in the Middle East. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Gaza got fucked up this week, and no one even talked about it. Yeah. So it's a totally different thing. I could care less what religion or race you are. I don't want to see brown people get fucked up by their military and our military and the military-industrial complex.
That's kind of always been our whole thing. It's hey, we don't want brown people to be murdered.
Well, we say that, but then look at our policy in South America in the 80s. Yeah, holy fuck!
It's pretty simple.
I don't want anybody to be murdered. I'm not anti-non-brown people, but we sure fucking kill a lot of them. And no one blinks a fucking eye.
George Carlin said it best,
Yeah,
killing brown people, that's what we do. And if George Carlin said it, then goddamn it, it's basically a fact.
I mean, dude, he's not wrong. He's
not.
fucking
and that
not
was
wrong.
That's
30 years ago.
He passed away in 2008. You know, so like anything he said, like.
It's a cute one. Erica Jill, thank you so
Okay,
much
now
for the
people are just
support.
super chatting so they can drop stickers on the chat.
I mean, no, Erica's great. She's a supporter of the show.
Oh no,
for
I'm
sure.
not knocking Erica. I'm just saying.
Although
like,
that's the new thing. The kids are hipping with it with the stickers now. Yeah. They remember they started with the stickers if you had like an iPhone 7.
Oh yeah.
That was the thing. It basically is a glorified GIF that somebody drew.
Hey, Sir Sniffs a lot. What are you doing, buddy?
All right, let's go back. We're going to get to that Joker review. We
Are
are. We kind of are, I think.
We're gonna have to move fast through the
I
chat.
think we're good here, right?
Yeah.
Hypothetical. The Pentagon plane video. I can't. Let's see. The Pentagon plane videos will get released if you build.
If we go streaking during the Super Bowl wearing a 9/11 truth shirt.
No. No.
We could have had the truth, Burmis, and you just had to be shy.
Yeah.
You had to let your ego.
Oh,
get the best of
listen.
you.
I'm not. I'll go bare nuts and bolts if I've got to for the right thing. I mean, let's make it extra cold so it's almost like I have a looping vagina. Like, oh, what did he say? Well, I mean,
Oh, it looks
I
like
could
my
probably-
Audi turned into an innie.
That's right. I guess that's I be a trans spokesman for that. Look at him. He's got no genitals. We knew it.
All right, there, fucking macho man Randy
Oh,
Savage.
ooh, yeah! I'm surprised they didn't get banned for that, Dylan.
I can't believe that
So
the internet
awesome.
is losing their shit over a South Park episode. It's
They
like,
always are.
I know, but everyone's like, it's time to cancel South Park. It's like, have you ever seen South Park? Like, they will literally make fun of everybody.
I hope. Listen, that was brilliant.
I enjoyed it.
You know what I
You
did
know
watch
what?
this week also? And one of the few things that Vice puts out that's decent.
What?
They have a show called Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, God.
And they've got The Match Made in Heaven, and it's all about Randy Savage and Elizabeth, and you know how she died also, and Luger's like, it's pretty dark. Oh, we got another super Chatsky and Hutch.
Another
Thank you.
sticker? Another sticker?
We got. I
That
don't know
looked
what
like
this-
one. Keep up the good work. Thanks.
Thank you, Habarista. Habarista.
Habarista, Habarista. That's it.
Yeah. And by the way, there's a big UFC event on later this evening. Blagojevich versus who the hell is he going to knock out? Oh, Souza. Actually, Souza's got a chance, but it's going to be an interesting one. I'm definitely going to be recapping that with John Fitch tomorrow, or no, Monday, on Mixed Martial Mindset. Let's continue. They'll be needing bail money. Who's going to need bail money? For running.
That we're not
Oh
doing.
my God! Please laugh my ass off. You can't just throw away a bunch of computers, servers, and data storing equipment. There was no cloud at this time. Well, listen, let's not talk about cloud. There certainly were servers where you could put information on the web. There was things like Hotfile and, even Mega Upload was around back in that time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The late 90s? That's when the file hosting services...
Maybe not late 90s Mega Upload. That seems more like an early, mid-2000s.
It could be, but I feel like Hotfile was real at that point. Maybe not.
There were a couple of them. They were starting to pop up.
They were starting to pop up.
Once bandwidth actually became like a thing.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't
affordable.
Dropbox or anything like that. It was the stuff that was like beyond. It was for people that was using Nutella, Notella, Morpheus, Kazaa, and they were sick of the peer-to-peer stuff, and they were sick of the torrenting. Still wasn't even around yet. I feel like FileShare 2004 was like torrent.
I think so.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. You can't just throw away a bunch of computers. Okay. Like I said, I am aware of the insurance Silverstein shite. Yes, aren't we all? I hate the deep fakes. Now when some real crap gets captured, you're always going to have a family member say, well, now with deep fakes, you never know. Well, you don't know. I mean, what do you say? Mars bitches, red rocks. Okay. Johnny Nonsense, I would be Shrek all the way. And all the cheap LED hats at lowest F up face. Matt, he's talking about these hats with the LEDs that...
Oh, yeah.
Mass manipulation is the game with deep fakes. Burmis got a good deal on a haircut.
Whatever that means.
Oh, you don't like my haircut? I didn't really do my hair. And if you didn't know these lines, that's not my hair, that's my head. Like right here, I have big bumps. I have 3 big bumps on each side of my head. You can see them, like if you're close, right, Dylan?
A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got digs in my head.
Yeah.
I got a freaky head. That's why I can't go bald. If I went bald, I'd look like ridiculous. Look like Abdul the Butcher. Loose change literally changed my life many years ago. Well, thank you, the healed one.
Thanks, the healed one.
I was listening to Luke Thomas the other day, and he criticized Ariel Helwani for not bringing up the sexual assault allegations in the interview with Connor a couple months back. He hasn't either. Listen, Luke Thomas knows what's going on. He jumped in on one of my Twitter threads. He said something to me about an old Rogan AJ video. We don't talk behind the scenes. I don't know Luke Thomas. I will say this. Luke Thomas is very well aware of what I've said about Conor McGregor. And Luke Thomas is very well aware of what Conor McGregor is alleged to have done. And he's played it with kid gloves. He's played it harder than most, but when most people are playing it like melted gelatin and marshmallows roasting over an open fire, which means super soft, folks, I'll take what I can get.
Chris 2 Olivier, I am Dylan, but my channel is not a very heavy agenda, although that would be hilarious with my last name. Because Robbie Martin's channel is a very heavy agenda, I think.
OWS, Occupy Wall Street. I don't think I ever filmed at Occupy Wall Street. Huh.
Johnny Nonsense.
Johnny Nonsense.
But no, my YouTube channel is I am Dylan Avery.
Yes.
But there's not really, I mean, there's some things on there, but probably nothing that would interest
There's
you.
a little bit here and there.
There's
a wee bit.
There's a wee bit of content on there. There's a couple of short films and a couple of other things I've done, like some music videos. But no, there's nothing truth related, nothing politics related.
No.
Just good old fashioned
A
fun.
wee bit of whiskey.
Oh, and me Mustache League deepfake that I just put up. That's on there too.
Your deepfake.
So if you want to see my aborted deepfake of Henry Cavill getting his mustache digitally de-removed in Justice League.
Maybe we'll watch that. We said we'd get back to it.
Okay,
Right?
you know, again, I had to quit after 40,000 iterations because it kept stalling out a couple times. I was like, whatever, this is fine.
Oh, there it is, the
There it is.
mustache deepfake.
There
All
it
right,
is.
so let's see what Dylan does for deepfakery.
Whatever, this is not.
We've done it. Looks like you made it.
Again, this is not supposed to be anything super impressive. But the Dumb and Dumber it's just an example.
Zoran, can we ask you some questions? It's for a podcast.
Well, in that case.
How many people that you saved have you saved?
We're gonna turn the audio off.
Copyright strike.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I can get it with the mustache. It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. It's when he looks down where it falls
Yeah,
apart. and
yeah, a
that's
little
why-
bit. Yeah.
Again, that's why I was just like, whatever.
Huh.
I just wanted to see if it worked, and it did.
Oh,
whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Shit! Now I'm about to take this down.
All right, so the Joker. Let's get off this. So the Joker.
So the Joker.
I think I don't know if you noticed it, but here's my my play on it. Aside from the disassociation.
You gotta.
No, it doesn't actually show up. That's just a.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's just a little preview from
Oh,
the software.
Just a little preview.
A wee bit of a preview.
Just a wee
Dylan.
bit
Yes.
of a
You can actually
preview.
edit while you do this too. So like if I open this up on the preview editor, it comes up, and
That's
we
cool.
can while we're broadcasting fix stuff. Oh, look at that.
Oh, would you
Oh,
look at that?
look at that.
Okay, Joker.
Joker. So we know that obviously a lot doesn't happen in the movie, right? For instance, even that first scene where you find out about his obsession with the Robert De Niro character, it's him fantasizing he's in the television. Now, there's a significance to the time 11/11 in the movie. When, yeah.
You went deep on this one.
Well,
huh?
I'll just say this. If you see, there's not many times a clock is in the movie. But there's only one time I've been able to find that it's not 11/11.
When he's punching out.
No, when he punches out, it is 11/11.
Oh.
But when you see the punch-out clock in another scene is the only time it's not 11/11. But let's get back to the beginning. So when he's in the office with the woman, the black woman, and I just want to say that the black woman also has hooped gold earrings on. He's in the office with the black woman, and the time there is 11/11. And then she asks him about his time in the asylum. It's very short and a short cut since he's been out. There's a clock on the wall next to him at the doorway, slamming his head into the thing. And what's it read? 11/11. Now you look up 11/11, and we'll do it live! 11/11 significance. All right? Let's do this. So it does have like this new age thing to it. You know, there's a spiritual significance, a spirit presence, an auspicious sign, can be a chance or coincidence, synchronicity, all these things. Right?
Jesse and I are always like, hey, it's 11/11.
Yes. So it's got some kind of, when you're seeing this, but it's obviously put into the film. Now, later on, where does he end up? Okay, Dylan? He ends up where?
In the mental institution.
Into the mental institution.
Into the nut house!
And who's he talking to that he presumably murders beforehand? A
Well,
black
afterhand,
woman.
Afterhand.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. But another black woman.
Spoilers if you haven't seen Joker.
Yes, yeah, too bad.
You've been spoiled.
Another black woman wearing the same exact earrings. Now, everything else is different. But, again, he ends up in the same place that he was. Now, we know throughout the film, there are a lot of questions about really any part of the reality.
Yeah.
For instance, they show you that he's already having this disassociation with a woman that he stalked. Okay? That's one. But two, let's go into the end of the film. First of all, he gets booked on this show, and he commits a violent murder before he even goes in. Who does he let survive?
The wee little fella.
The only person that he actually relates to out of that whole group, right? And he doesn't
The only one who was nice to him.
the only one that was nice to him, exactly. And when he punches out that clock on his thing after he's already yelled at everybody, it is also 11:11. Now, somehow, through a triple murder on a subway, he becomes a cult figure or a hero when they don't even really know anything about the clown thing other than like the woman.
Well, because it's the news report that comes out.
Yes.
It's like a man in clown makeup, killed a bunch of Wayne Enterprises bankers.
And remember, this is when he's starting to feel like somebody, right? And what's encouraging him? He's seeing like people
Because doesn't he
wearing
even say
it.
that to his therapist? He's just like,
Yes,
something about,
he says he doesn't feel guilty, and he finally thinks people are taking notice of it.
That's what it was.
So I mean, he looks in a cab. Remember, the same time he looks at the cab, the woman's not really there, right? And the guy's got the clown mask on.
Yep.
And he looks over at the pole, and he says it. And she whispers in his ear, "It's all reinforcement. I think he's some kind of a hero." So now again, he commits that double murder. Nothing's done. He gets on there with Marty, and he ends up, taking his life. We never actually see him get arrested. Everybody's frozen up. But the next scene is what? Him in a cop car while all these protests that he's basically responsible for. All this is a fantasy, in my opinion. He's responsible for are taking place. So somehow he still gets picked up by the cops, but someone knows to hit the one cop car with him in it. Then we again, from that accident, get to a point where he's speaking in front of all these people.
He's up on the cop car and like, yeah.
Exactly. And then flash forward, he's not caught or anything, but he's in that same place.
He's in the nut house.
He's in the nut house talking to the woman.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of it, if not all of it, is not real. And that it's more of an art house piece. Obviously, it was the attempted art house
Very
piece.
much an art house piece. Even the opening titles were like not what I was expecting at all. Like the font and like even the music choice, I was like, all right, we're really leaning into the period here. I like it.
Yeah, but you think the thing was at the beginning it was tough to find the period. They kind of solidify it at the end when you see the Energizer Bunny and it's like, you know what I mean? That's really where they solidify it. The fact nobody's using cell phones, but those kids could have come from any era that beat him in the
Well,
very
and even young Bruce Wayne,
yeah,
that's kind of the big thing.
yeah. Well, and even there, you could. I think,
Which I think is partially why they did the period piece. They were like, let's make sure that this can be set as, instead of
late
having
70s, early 80s.
instead of having Joaquin Phoenix play a 20-year-old younger version of himself, like let's just have this be the catalyst for Batman to exist in this spin-off that we may or may never get a follow-up to.
And I could be wrong, but I really think there is something there. I think that, you were complaining that they had to show the shots of her not being there when he goes into her home.
Not even really a complaint. It's just I think that because the film is open to such interpretation and you're allowed to think like, oh, well, I think this and I think this and I think this. I think there would be even more latitude for that if they didn't do that. If it was just because that's it. That's all you need is for her to just be like, you're the guy from down the hall, and it's like, oh shit, they haven't been dating the whole time.
Well, unfortunately, I think to even bring people to think about the theory that I put there, you need
have
that.
to,
Because they're just so many like toned down, not getting it people. I remember when I watched him kiss her, I went with Carlson, and I turned to Carlson as it happened. And I go, this is not real. And remember, they give you that taste of not real in that initial fantasy where he needs a father figure, where what he's doing with his mother is watching these things.
He goes on the show, and Marty's like, "You're the son I never had."
Exactly,
or some shit like that.
Exactly. And even the symbolism of him destroying his father figure and his mentor to try to become something more powerful in his mind. The sociopath. There's a lot going on there. I'm a big Todd Phillips guy. I wish Todd Phillips would do what I'd love to see is the sequel that nobody wants.
Road Trip.
No. Starsky and Hutch 2, but wait. You have Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller play Starsky and Hutch in the 90s as a period piece to a throwback of a period piece.
Maybe.
no,
So kind of like 22 Jump Street, just like go.
but
go
you go
super-
but you go 20 years and
Right.
because they did a good job with 21 and 22 got better.
Well,
as it
because
went along.
22 is like a meta commentary on sequels, and it was great because
Yes.
it's just like, look, we're a stupid comedy sequel to a remake of a. It's just like we're just.
I would say it'd be almost more like a wedding singer thing, but you had something to go on.
Maybe.
Where they made that because that was a 90s period piece in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And you obviously don't want to bring them in here because they'd be almost dead. But if you did the aging right, they would be in their 50s now, in the 90s, and you could do it like a midlife crisis, 90s, like all of a sudden cell phones are starting to be a thing.
So basically, what they're doing with Bill and Ted 3,
Kind of.
where they're just leaning into how much time, or do they make it so much time?
Yeah, but
has
you don't
passed?
even have to worry about the Bill and Ted 3 because it's not like you lost Carlin. Like you lost Carlin in that picture. That's a big loss.
Yeah.
I hope they digitally put him in like they did with Princess
They're
Leia.
doing something with his daughter. I don't remember exactly, but I read some article about how they're basically going to honor George through his daughter. So
Okay.
we'll see.
All right, let's we did it again.
Go back to the chat scan.
All right, we're going to try to actually close off the chats.
Oh, yeah,
all
look,
the way through.
we're-
I know
we're
it's
pretty
gonna
close.
Jump. It's going to jump. It's going to jump. So if
Let's
you want to
get
get
to
those
it.
super chats, get them in there, guys. Now, all right. Walmart was in fact a test facility. Okay, nothing in the world derps harder.
Jason having a guest in studio. I've been here like 2 times already. Where have
Maybe
you people-
3.
Maybe 3.
It's
Where
gonna
have
be 4.
Where have you people been? Yes, I see. That's a different guy. Yes, I am a different guy.
Yes. I mean, guys, like I said, after a year, I'm hoping that we raise enough finances that I can have an office and I can have interns and we can have we can sit. I mean, I like the green screen thing. I might keep that.
Just have a permanent green screen set up.
Yeah, only we'd be far away. We could have 2 different cameras on it.
Mm-hmm.
The inputs and everything. It's really the space of this office that limits, where Dylan has to be and where I have
I
to
mean,
be.
you could even get like a DSLR and put a wide lens on there, but then with the wide lens, you get distortion and all that.
Yeah, you know what?
You'd rather
Even
have
that
like a 50 millimeter, like a couple feet away or
Dude,
something.
even this looks incredible, but I find that as good as these are, for some reason they don't do as well with the green screen as these little guys. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the bigger Sony, and that and those.
I don't know what the color space is on this.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty excellent. Yeah, we'll throw it open. Go ahead and check it out while we answer questions. I don't know if there's any battery power. There you go. But
It's some battery.
Yeah, it's not bad. I used those at Dreams Park. They were fucking incredible, to be quite honest. They're very saturated, and they almost look DSLR-esque, and they compress to MPEG-4, 1080p, progressive. It's good. It's good. As Chappelle and R. Kelly, the piss is digital.
God damn it.
That was funny. Don't forget a humble union steward, too. I don't know what that means. Building 7 has Pentagon Records Igualas. 1080 Ti is nice, yes. Just sub to your show, Jason, to be here. Nice.
We're
Thank
happy
you,
to-
Anthony
Your
Reyes.
head is probably hiding something.
Oh,
Glad to be here.
glad to be here. Let's make this a little bit smaller. How about that?
How about that?
How about
or you
that?
could take us and just scale us down.
Yeah, we
and-
can scale us down. We don't need
You know,
to
it's too
scale.
late now. We're already.
Yeah,
this
we're
far.
already an hour and 22 minutes deep, but you know what? Watch the magic happen. Whoa! All right. Let's see.
Rest in peace, headphones users.
Yes, just sub to your show. Yes, thank you all. That's my point. They needed to wipe out that shizzle before they went fully cloud storage. They've never gone fully cloud storage, guys. That's a misnomer.
You never go full cloud.
You never go full cloud. You could do part cloud. It's kind of retarded.
I'm a dude.
Oh, he said the R word. Oh my goodness. I quoted Tropic Thunder.
Whatever. You've already been
Yeah,
demonetized. Doesn't
Demonetized. Yeah, we're demonetized 8
Never
minutes
go.
in.
You went full retard. Never go full retard. I'm a dude dressed.
Horoscope was kind of retarded. Oh.
Only went half retard.
Yes. And you put back a mustache. Yes, he did. Jason, yes, he can do anything with deepfakes, and he put back a mustache.
Yeah, that's right. Because I have a sense of humor.
Yes, thank you. Jason, what's your mate's YouTube channel? I am Dylan Avery, all one word.
Yes, I am Dylan Avery.
Alex Jones is not a CIA asset as far as I knew when I knew him. I don't know what's been going on in the last 9 years. I never have accused him of being a Zionist shill or a CIA asset or any of that.
He's
He's
just
somebody who likes money and power.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
Listen, he sees himself as... Listen, Roger Stone's going to jail. All right? He's going to jail. I'm not happy about it. I did a video on it. I think it's bullshit. But he associates himself with people that he thinks that can elevate him, and sometimes viewpoints. And you can argue with me on that all you want, but again, he called for regime change in Venezuela. He's trying to talk about them putting a different regime in Iran. He's almost gone full neocon. Let's be honest. Let's not lie to ourselves. When you can't commentate on Syria, when you can't commentate on Julian Assange and the torture that's taking place against that gentleman, how good are you? How solo are you? How independent are you? When you're telling people that the Democrats are the party of Satan. They're the party. Did you know that? Have you heard that? Apparently these days, Dylan, the Democrats are the party of Satan.
Whatever.
That's ridiculous.
This is why I just don't do politics. It's just so stupid.
Whatever. I mean, and he can do and say whatever he wants. But
No,
you got to be called out for shit like
This is
that.
America.
This is America.
Watchmen Living.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Well, I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Watchmen Livingstone, it's all good. No hard feelings. It's all good.
Alex Jones is nuts, but he should be. He is a CIA asset. If he doesn't work for them, I don't know about any of that. How you doing, Gordo?
Gordon, what's up, buddy?
Oh, he's got some nut rub over there.
Oh.
That's fine.
Oh, you know.
We'll get there.
That'll
We're wrapping it up soon.
We're almost done,
yeah,
buddy.
FBI, CIA, DEA, NSA, and many, many other offices. Yeah, you're talking about Building
The Secret
7.
Service's largest field office outside of Washington, D.C. That was in Building 7, too. I think some Enron files were in there.
SEC.
SEC? Yeah, well, I just, Enron and WorldCom specifically.
Whoa!
You know, just some fun documents and some fun offices,
Fire!
No.
Fire.
No, Burmis. Scooped out.
Scooped out fire.
It was scooped out and on fire, and
Yes.
that's why it collapsed at free
Global collapse!
Again, like, if it was scooped out and all the structural weakening was on one side, like, don't you think that the building would, like...
Gravitas!
Sure, yeah.
Gravity?
Yeah.
It
It would fall back, not down into
Yeah.
its own footprint. I mean... Whatever. What the fuck do I know?
Yes. Had to go before it went into the digital realm. Oh, he keeps talking about this Building 7 stuff. What will Alex Jones' focus be once Trump is out of office?
That's a good question, actually.
I don't know, but he's going to be in office they're not going to... There's no impeachment. It's an impeachment inquiry of Johnny Nonsense. You know the opening guy?
You and Johnny Nonsense, man.
Yeah, me and Johnny Nonsense. George Kent literally invoked Henry Kissinger and Zbigniew Brzezinski in the opening comments and how great they were in their fucking policy with Russia. Yeah, that's a real thing, Dylan. That's why and I'm not Trump training there, but I vomit in my mouth a little when I hear establishment politicians before other establishment politicians praising Henry Kissinger and Zbigniew Brzezinski. Call me kooky.
Hey, remember when Henry Kissinger was going to lead the 9/11 Commission? You remember that?
Oh,
that
yeah.
was fun.
Yeah.
That didn't scream suspicious at all. Let's have a man specifically known for covering things up participate in what is obviously going to be a cover-up. Cool.
Ask the BBC about Building 7. They were on top of it that day.
Oh, yeah.
Ha, yes, they were. You know he has been really quiet lately for the past couple of years. The Vatican. He's always... I mean, the Vatican...
Alex
I don't know if
Jones?
they've
I
been
don't
that
know.
quiet about it anyway. I could tell you cancer genes are not going to Mars, but you wouldn't care. But if I was Alex Jones, shit, I would be eating steak in Texas. You would be eating steak in Texas.
You would, especially if you were Alex Jones.
Hey, Anthony Reese, sub to Jason Vermis after you appeared on Slow News Day a while back, but never chatted here, so nice to see the chat builder. Israel. Oh, boy.
Great.
Israel and the Vatican are one entity, in my opinion. I would disagree.
Cool.
Freethinker59, hard to talk with it. Whoa!
I was waiting to see if you were going to read
Whoa!
Burmis, you got to read these before you read these, man.
Yeah, no. I don't want to say, just watching all those buildings fall straight down. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Tulsi was on Jimmy Dore talking about 9/11 and the Saudis and the petrodollar. It was very interesting. Yes, she actually did a press conference down in New York City. Feel was there again. Feel Good Foundation, John Feel. It looks like we're not going to make it to the end because we're almost there. I want to do a shameless plug.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
I keep telling Burmis we got to get through a whole chat, and it just never happens.
It never happens.
I try.
Oh, wrong one again.
I try to be a good influence.
We tried to get there.
We got pretty close.
Documentary filmmaker, Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. All available right here for free in the documentaries playlist section. I do it 3 to 7 times a day, most days. This is a 90-minute broadcast. I don't know. Maybe I will do 2 other videos. I'm sure Karma's going to want to go for a walk. We're going to have to make that happen. It's a little nipply out.
I was gonna say it's pretty chilly.
It's
You're not walking all the way down to Neon.
Well, we might.
Oh, you might.
We did. We did Wilbur yesterday. Believe it or not, we went all the way to Wilbur and crossed through there. And
Cool.
She's loving it. She's doing really well. So we might do that. And guys, once again, if you want a better studio for Dylan and I to converse in, to have other
mostly
guests,
him.
yeah, it's going to be mostly me. But you get it. Guests, growth. I can't do it without your support. I do appreciate everybody who has financially supported me or just supported me by thumbing these videos up, sharing them with others, joining the Bagels Brigade, getting this out on social media.
Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon.
But yeah, no, seriously. And if you can, $5, $10, $15 means the world to me. Thank you, Maria Rivero. I really do appreciate it. And David Moore, woo, woo. Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And again, if you're bored this weekend, you want something amusing to watch, 4'11", free to watch on Prime Video. Watch a man who's 4'11" practice for his celebrity boxing match that never happens.
Yeah, what's the deal? Now, did he fight Screech?
No.
Nothing
No.
at all happened, right?
No, it didn't happen.
Explain to people about that.
No, they're going to have to watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. I was wondering because I remember you were down there, and I even saw you.
We were doing the stream,
Yes,
and Dustin was there, and everyone was there, and basically for the last 24 hours, Chris had not been answering his phone, so Chris just didn't show up. But you want the behind-the-scenes exclusive look and all that? Check out 4'11" on Amazon Prime. Again, free to watch if you got the Prime. If not, it's 99 cents. Look at that rent HD, 99 cents. I mean. Everyone's got 99 cents. Come on,
Guys,
come on.
it's 17 minutes of your life that you'll never get back.
Hey,
But you won't want it back.
I hope.
From the minute. And a
okay.
half
I mean,
you want-
technically, all 16 minutes are 16 minutes that you're not going to get back. So I give you a pass.
We've
on that.
already watched a minute and a half. So
But yeah, so I mean, really, like you really only. Well, actually, no, because it's right in the middle, so you can't not watch that.
technically, the people that watch this start to finish, it's 90 minutes of their life they will never get back.
Yeah, so I mean, what's another 16?
What's
Go watch this for free. Come on, put some joy in your life. Watch an Angry Man. The opening's great. I love the opening.
I'm gonna watch it later. All right, guys. I love you. Yeah, Dylan will be back sooner, hopefully, than later.
At some
you never
point,
know.
I'll be back. It's getting cold, I'm doing less weddings. I got more spare time. I'm caught up on my wedding editing, so
Yeah, it is cold out.
I got more time in general. It's nice.
All right, guys. See you on the flip side. Love you.
See you later.